do healthy people get ill? It's an interesting question, because when I work with people, it's important to find out what the idea of health is, and quite often you start to uncover that the idea of being healthy is that you don't get ill. You have to understand what being ill means, and our concept of symptoms and illness can be two different things. So I can avoid having repeated symptoms, and I avoid, which is a very away from term. What I mean is I can kind of mitigate. I can assure that I have resources and I'm healthy, so that if something happens, I'm not reoccurring the same issues all the time, because I'm more aware of what triggers those issues, and I have the right nutrients and right exercise, and I'm looking after myself so that I'm not repeating patterns. However, if I avoid things that trigger me rather than becoming more aware of them and expanding the meaning that they have to me and expanding my context, my contextual awareness of those things, then really avoiding is a resistance. It's not flow, it's the opposite of flow. And resistance has fear. And really that's not healthy. So what I need to be able to do really is to be able to go outside of my comfort zone, outside of the things that I know keep me safer, and be able to know that I have the resources, know that I can deal with things and grow. By the very nature of the unknown being something I don't know, it has the potential to be unsafe. So by staying small, I won't really, I might avoid triggers, but I won't be growing. I won't be building resilience. It's only by processing and expanding my awareness and my consciousness and my sense of connection that I build resilience, and I build the capacity to recover quicker, be more self-aware. So the real answer is, if you are exploring, growing, then you're bound to find, as you expand that bubble, then you may find that you have repeat of an issue, but it's in a new context. It's not in the same context. It's not the same issue. It's the same core issue, but it's in a new situation. So we can grow and become very comfortable in our immediate context. But if we're going to then grow and expand, then we start to step outside of that. Then there's always the potential for unknown again. There's a potential, well, we really have to grow and learn more. And that might bring some triggers for us to be aware of, some symptoms. We might not realize we're triggered until we have the symptoms. So the answer is really, we still have symptoms if we're prepared to grow. And really that awareness and that quicker recovery and the understanding of what's going on is what helps us to become healthier. If we are afraid of symptoms, if we're avoidant of symptoms, we're not really being healthy and we're not really growing. And we have a greater potential to be triggered.